Visa Halftime Report is brought to you by Visa. It's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
And welcome to those of you watching the Giants and the Dallas Cowboys, where the Giants are hoping to capitalize on their 13-2 mark in December under Jim Fossil. That is the league's best since '97. As we come out to talk about New York and Dallas.
How many straight phone calls have you made to Brett Favre? He hasn't called you back? Okay, there's no question about it. The Dallas Cowboys now with Quincy Carter, every team out there is just going to simply try and take away the running game. Emmitt Smith, 7 carries today for 5 yards. Quincy Carter's going to have to get it done in the second half if they're going to come back.
Well, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
He's trying to come back.
Just because Brett Favre doesn't call you back. Yeah. That's good stuff, Howie.
Tell him all you know. Oh, because he's bitter. He takes Howie's time, folks. The Visa Halftime continues after this.
I like it. Somebody hit somebody.
Welcome back to Dallas, where the Giants lead the Cowboys 13-6. Coming into today's game, the Giants' game plan was to get the ball in the hands of Tiki Barber. He carried 11 times. He caught 3 passes. Jim Fossil, true to his word.
Tiki last year was our most valuable player. Tiki is our biggest play guy on offense. He's got to be a part of it. We got to get his hands on the ball.
And he got his hands on the ball, Bill.
From early on in the game, Sam, they counters and power O's and things, and then they try to get him into the passing game as well. And for a defense, that's one of the toughest things to defend. Even though you know who the playmaker is going to be, it's how they utilize him, the different wrinkles that they do versus the run and versus the pass.
11 carries for Tiki Barber, 93 yards, 3 catches, 21 yards. And the negative factor, if you will, for the Giants, the positive for Dallas, they're still in the game. The Cowboys are.
Yeah, and you don't like to leave a team lingering around, if you will, and the Cowboys are lingering around, and they've had some opportunities. Already, Quincy Carter has thrown more in the first half than he did all of last week, and they've had their opportunities, they've had their shots. Passes have been overthrown. So I think if the Giants want to come out and take care of this game, they've got to do it right away in the third quarter, put a nail in this thing, don't let the Cowboys linger.
Our sideline reporter today is Mike Ducey. He caught up with Giants head coach Jim Fossil moments ago.
What will you stress with your team here at halftime in terms of improvements that can be made?
Well, same thing we started with this game. We got to put our defense on a long field. I think we'll hold up pretty well there. They're going to throw the ball deep, and they're going to try to run it on us. And offensively, we've got to be patient. We got to run the football still and let Kerry get some completions.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Sam, Bill, back to you.
Thanks very much, Mike. And the Giants huddling up. First half stats look like this. Rushing, the Giants shut down the Cowboys, just 5 yards rushing. Emmitt Smith, 7 carries, 5 yards.
And neither team has been very good on third down situations either. And for the Cowboys, that's par for the course. But the rushing department is what really stands out. Only 5 yards from a team that just ran all over the place last week. And I think part of the problem is they're creating uncomfortable situations. 3rd and very long for Quincy Carter instead of something manageable. In a close ball game, the Cowboys need to come out and reestablish that offensive line and Emmitt Smith and make manageable third downs for Quincy Carter. If they can do that, they can stay in this ball game.
Reggie Swinton is back deep for Dallas as the Giants will kick off to start the second half. The Giants have won the last 3 meetings between these two teams. The largest margin of victory was 5 points. And in each of the previous 3 games, the Cowboys had the lead going into the 4th quarter. The Giants had to come back to win. Right now, it's the Giants leading by 7 to start the second half. Morton Anderson, short kick. Michael Wiley along the 20, cuts it upfield, now comes outside. Big lane for Wiley. Ridden down at the Giants' 43-yard line. Great start to the second half for Dallas. Emmanuel McDaniel finally caught up. And the Giants' kickoff coverage has not been good.
Well, they're not winning that differential thing, Sam. That's a big goal of theirs. But the Giants defense has met the challenge, even with bad field position. You remember the last kickoff return, they broke almost up to the 50-yard line. It was 3 plays and out. Right there is a big stuff. And then they went for it on 4th and short. Quincy Carter got stuffed. So the key focal points, what they did last December the Giants to get that Super Bowl push was Tiki Barber and run defense.
Michael Wiley, who returned the kickoff 39 yards, is limping toward the sideline. He's been the third down back, and he's done a good job in that role for Dallas.
You know, it's interesting that Jim Fossil pinpointed those particular goals for his team. And the kickoff return and punt return differential, they haven't matched it at all. And I don't believe they've matched it all year. They've struggled there. And most of the goals he picked were goals that his team has struggled with.
From the Giants 44, Quincy Carter, short drop, outside, good catch by Joey Galloway at the Giants 38-yard line with Will Allen covering.
Joey Galloway looked like he was looking around to the officials to see whether they ruled that a catch or not. And I don't know if he was sure if that was a catch or not.
Second down, 4.
He had his feet dotting the eye, but yeah, I'm not sure if he had possession. He looked like he bobbled it out of bounds. He had it down low. He doesn't, and he never had control of it. Then it fell out of his hands, and he turned around and looked at the head linesman to see if it actually was a catch or not.
They said yes. Second catch. Emmitt Smith thrown for a loss. Cornelius Griffin busting through and bringing Emmitt Smith down. Another loss on the play.
Watch Cornelius Griffin, number 97. Take a look at him right here. Come through the slant, on a slant inside. And that's a great feeling, Sam. That's a terrific feeling. He just came off the field. Looks like he hurt his arm a little bit. His right forearm. He had it dangling around the side.
Cowboys go with 4 wide receivers on third down. Have to get to the Giants 34 for a first down. Ismail in motion. The high snap. Carter throws to Ismail. And Sam Garnes wrestled it out of his hands. It's an incomplete pass. Good strength on the part of Sam Garnes, pulling the ball right out of the hands of Rocket Ismail.
There's a number of players that had an opportunity at this ball. Now watch it pop up in the air here. It's up in the air.
Yeah.
Hits the official, hits Larry Allen, then hits the ground. I'd like to see Big Larry get a hold of that. You don't think he could run over a few people?
Down. Micah Noor with his 4th punt of the game, so the Giants defense does the job again. Tiki Barber is standing back at his own 10. Way up in the air. Fair catch, wave 4. And almost went through the opening in the roof. There's a flag on the play. The Giants are going to get nailed for roughing the kicker. Let's see, is it a 5 or a 15? Is it running into or roughing?
The way Micah Noor got up, it looked like roughing. Got up limping, holding his ankle. Oh, he hit his ankle. That's running into.
Discussion continuing, and it's been a lengthy one. The umpire and referee Ed Hockley.
There was no foul on the play. The defensive player was blocked into the punter. Contact occurred by a member of the offensive team. No foul. First down.
What do you think, Bill?
At this point, Sam, it's December, whatever they say.
No penalty. Giants on offense when we come back.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Toyota. Get the feeling.
Very quickly, you're going to watch Tabidi Davis gets blocked into him for the Giants. Or he's the one that hits him, and he's not blocked into him. The amazing thing, it was Ed Hockley who threw the flag.
Yeah.
Hockley threw the flag, and then he got talked out of it.
By the umpire. From the 17. Tiki Barber. Off a Camella block. He's pulled down by Pepe Zellner.
The thing about that play, too, was, Sam, that was, if it was only a 5-yard penalty, it was 4th and 5, so it would have been very close to a first down. Or if they wanted to, if it was a 4th and inches, they would have the option to go for it.
Sure.
And another blow to the Cowboys, another missed opportunity. see the penetration up front by the Cowboys defense. Greg Ellis leading the way.
Toomer and Hilliard go to the left side. Lomas Brown is back in at left tackle for the Giants. Barber cutting it upfield. Met Dexter Coakley, and Dwan Hawthorne was there as well. The Giants trying to run the ball to start the second half.
Well, Mike Myers jumps upfield in a hurry. They let him go because they try to get that seal block on the linebackers. But Coakley gets rid of the block of Ron Stone. Had Ron Stone made that block, that play could have gone for a few more yards.
Have to get to the 27 for a first down. 5 defensive backs in for Dallas. Tabiti Davis, third wide receiver for the Giants. Collins rolling and throwing, completing to Ike Hilliard. At the first down marker, he's got it. First catch of the game for Ike Hilliard. And enough for a first down for the Giants. They tried this earlier to Toomer. It didn't work. This one was better thrown. Ron Dane is in the backfield.
See what happens when they run the football, Sam? You see Kerry Collins' numbers and how efficient he is.
The play fake. Collins wants to go to the sideline for Toomer, and he was well covered by Mario Edwards. They had Ron Dixon in. Dixon went deep. Toomer went to the sideline, and the pass incomplete.
You know, when opposing quarterbacks come into Texas Stadium, this is an old stadium, and they got a huge crown on this field. So the quarterback, if he's in the middle of the field throwing the ball on the out, the receiver is actually down lower than he is, and that ball flies high. If you can look across the field in the crown, see, this is from the level. You're down lower along this sideline than you are if you're playing up here where the ball's being played in the middle of the field.
On 2nd and 10, Collins wanted to set up a screen, and a short pickup on the play by Tiki Barber. He spun and faked a couple of times before he finally found Tiki.
But true to form. They're true to form. They're true to, they're going to get the ball in his hands, whether he's running the football, whether they got to throw it to him, or they want to find a way to create seams and creases for him. And that's actually what this is all about. It's not all of a sudden Tiki Barber's turning on a, hey, I'm going to start running this month. They find and scheme different ways to get him a little separation.
Have to get to the 38 for a first down. 3 wide receivers in. Short drop, the pump fake, going deep for Toomer, overthrown. Double coverage, Mario Edwards and George Teague.
And there's that out pass again. And see, if you this is on this side of the field, and you're shooting across, and that's the top of the field. Now look at the players on the opposing sideline. All you see from the field to they're waist high.
Right footer.
All the way across here. You're looking at their waist. That's how high. This is the sideline down here looking across the field that way.
Cowboys defense, good job. Keeps the Cowboys in the game. 4th punt of the game for Rodney Williams. Handles the snap okay. Wobbly kick bounces at the 30. Heads for the sideline. And they've done a good job of not allowing Reggie Swinton to get going as a punt returner.
So Sam, you see the receivers actually in a hole when they're throwing that out.
Sam Rosen and Bill Maas at Texas Stadium. Giants leading the Dallas Cowboys 13-6 in a game the Giants must win to keep their hopes alive in the race for the playoffs in the NFC. Jackie Harris shifts. Cowboys work from the 28. The toss to Emmitt Smith. Trying to get outside. Seahorn's got him. Pushes him out of bounds. No gain on the play. That's Emmitt Smith's 9th carry of the game. 4 of them have been for minus yardage.
I think this one's going to be the 5th one. This will be the 5th one for minus yardage. They spotted that behind the first down mark.
They gave him a loss. You're right.
So 5 carries out of his 9 have been for a loss of yards.
All right, officially they gave him no gain on the play, so it's back to the line of scrimmage.
But still,
you're right.
Right now, today, on the day, what do they have? 4 yards rushing on the day?
That's right.
Dallas Cowboys with this offensive line and Emmitt Smith, 3rd quarter, 4 yards rushing.
Frank Ferrara, number 95, in for the Giants at defensive end, replacing Kenny Holmes. Outside for Rocket Ismail. He's out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Checking in on the Eagles, the first place team in the NFC East. The Eagles playing San Diego. It's 21-14 in the third quarter. The Eagles have a 2-game lead on the Giants and on Arizona and Washington. The Eagles will play the Giants in a couple of weeks, and that will be a crucial game. Giants will need help. They need somebody to knock off Philadelphia. 6 defensive backs for the Giants. Michael Wiley is back in for Dallas in the backfield with Quincy Carter. Carter throws and completes to Ismail. He gets away from 1, gets up to the 40-yard line. It's a first down. Sehorn with a tackle. 7th catch, a season high for Rocket Ismail. Rushing yards by quarter. Giants dominating. Look at the numbers.
That's amazing. Really. I mean, you're talking about the National Football League.
Wow.
Second quarter, third quarter, -1 yard rushing. Stepnoski looks like he's a little nicked up out on the field. John Fox looks on and sees Stepnoski down and figures, heck, we can probably even better those numbers.
And what's surprising is this Dallas offensive line is a good one. Going in, that's one of their better units on this team. Let's see what happened to Mark Stepnoski.
I think he runs into Quincy Carter. There's Stepnoski holding his own there against a former alumnus, Keith Hamilton.
And both Pitt Panthers, huh?
Stepnoski, he's as amazing in his own right as Hamilton is being just a hard Henry. But Stepnoski just 265 pounds in the middle, going against 300-pounders all the time.
Matt Lair replaces Mark Stepnoski. First down, Dallas at the 40. Troy Hambrick hit by Mike Barrow. No gain on the play. Boy, the Giants are really playing to run well.
Talk about Hamilton and what he means to this run defense. Watch Larry Allen knock him off the ball, but he doesn't quit. He spins back out of it, finds the ball carrier, and still gets in on the tackle. But when he came out of his gap responsibility initially, that thing was all filled up. There was linebackers in there, Jesse was in there, strong safety was in there.
Stepnoski is back in at center, so he's okay.
You can't keep him out.
Dallas has rushed the ball 15 times today, 7 times for negative yards. Carter throwing to Michael Wiley. Big pickup there. He slipped Sehorn and is ridden down by Emmanuel McDaniel. Quincy Carter, good delivery again. 16-yard pickup.
Some of the breakdowns that have happened in the secondary, this is actually going to be Emmanuel McDaniel's man. Emmanuel McDaniel has Wiley out of the backfield, and he just lets him inside of him too far. Doesn't maintain leverage on his back out of the backfield. That's the second time today Emmanuel McDaniel's had trouble.
First down, Dallas at the Giants 43. Hambrick and Smith in the backfield for Dallas. Carter going deep. Wide open Ismail. He's got it at the 1-yard line. Big day for Rocket Ismail. And the Giants secondary continues to get burned. 41-yard pickup. Dallas trying to tie the game.
Here's Ismail in here on the slot. Now they're going to have single safety outside, and what they're going to do is Sean Williams, he comes over here and looks at Galloway to help out over the top. Sean Williams trying to do too much. He talked about this last week as well. He has a double read. He looked to the outside first, jumped on it, and couldn't get back to the middle of the field to help.
6 defensive linemen for the Giants. Emmitt Smith to the goal line. Touchdown. Another rushing touchdown for the man who has the most in NFL history. His second of the season and number 147 for his career.
What did I say, Sandy? You can't let him hang around. You can't do it. And the mistakes, the kickoff returns, the punt returns, the mistakes that are being made in the secondary.
He hasn't had a big day rushing, but that was a big 1-yard run for Dallas. Now, John Hilbert to tie the game, and he does. Rocket Ismail has 8 catches for 107 yards. 5 consecutive weeks the Giants have had a 100-yard receiver against them.
You check out the left side of that line. Looked like, I thought there might have been a little movement over there. Flozell Adams looked like he went early. They ran right behind him. Michael Myers, 94, is the fullback, bowls his way into the end zone.
Evan Smith taking it wide, and is grabbed by the jersey by Darren Woodson and thrown out of bounds up at the 28-yard line. But the Cowboys, hanging in there, have tied the Giants.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 36. By Energizer, do you have the bunny inside? By Circuit City, we know how you feel. That's why we're here. Circuit City, we're with you. And by the Braun Synchro System. Braun, designed to make a difference.
Back in Dallas, where the Cowboys have rallied from 10 points down, and Rocket Ismail got this streak going against the Giants in Week 8. He's caught 8 passes today for 107 yards. Ron Dane is in the backfield. And timeout called by Kerry Collins. Crowd loves it here in Texas Stadium.
Going back to that long touchdown pass. Ismail's in here on the slot against Jason Sehorn, but he thinks he has safety help. Sean Williams cheats outside over here to help out on Joey Galloway and actually gets caught and doesn't get back in time. Now, 2 things. One is Jason Sehorn shouldn't have allowed that much separation right from the get-go. It should have slowed him down somehow, some way. Then it was Emmitt Smith's plunge into the end zone behind defensive tackle Mike Myers.
11 catches by the Dallas wide receivers today.
What's this guy doing on his cell phone?
I don't know. I have no idea. He's not calling me.
You find that guy. He needs to be fined.
On first down, 2 tight ends. Campbell motions. Tiki Barber, and flags fly. They stop the play. False start by the Giants.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was outside, too. He was over there by Howard Cross and also Luke Pettigrew, and the noise factor here got so loud.
Before the ball was snapped, false start, Giants, number 76. 5-yard penalty, and it's still first down.
First penalty of the game for the Giants. It's on Lovis Brown. How about this? The defense of the Cowboys keeping them in the game. Tiki Barber has been held to just 7 yards in his last 5 carries.
And really, if you go back and you think, he's been held to very few yards rushing the ball since he got hit by George Teague.
2 wide receivers right. Camella and Barber in the backfield. From the 23, it's Tiki Barber. The Cowboys are there. Dexter Coakley takes him down. '94th consecutive sellout crowd here in Texas Stadium. And they are loving what they're seeing. The defense has really kept the Cowboys in the game, and the offense has come on. 3 wide receivers for the Giants. Tabidi Davis in as the 3rd man. Dan Campbell tight end to the left, and Tiki Barber in the backfield. Collins broke it up. Juan Hawthorne covering Tabidi Davis.
That was pretty close. You know, Tabidi Davis got up looking for a flag, and I don't know if Juan Hawthorne got to his body before the ball got there. That was pretty close. Yeah, he was going for the ball.
So that's the play.
Yeah, that was good. He's trying to make a play on the ball, and the defender has every right to make a play on that ball, as much so as the offensive player.
John Nix, number 60, is in at defensive tackle. Giants have to get to the 39 for a first down. The play fake. Collins steps up. Flag on the play. It's complete to Amani Toomer, but they're going to bring it back. Going to be a penalty against the Giants. So earlier it was third down penalties hurting the Cowboys. This one hurts the Giants.
Holding the Giants, number 76. 10-yard penalty, repeat, third down.
Lomas Brown again.
You know, everybody talks about Lomas Brown and his age, and they're saying that's why they can't run the ball. I think if anything jumps out at me is you see 76 outside here getting that handful and pulling him down to the ground. And that's the key. That's what the referees look for. The one thing that jumps out at me is his pass protection this year. He's had some no-name guys been able to turn that corner on him.
3 wide receivers for the Giants. Tabidi Davis is the third. Out of the shotgun, Collins throwing deep and incomplete for Amani Toomer, and he got hit by George Teague. Cowboys getting physical, and the crowd keeping them pumped up.
And there's that crown that he was throwing from the crown, and he was throwing the ball to the sidelines. And Jason Garrett, who played here in Dallas, says if you don't play here and practice on this, it becomes real hard to throw that out route.
Rodney Williams standing on the goal line with his 5th punt of the game. Reggie Swinton at his own 45, low snap, handle, low kick. Swinton at the 48. The NFL's leading punt returner tries to get outside. He does. Flag on the play. He's out of bounds at the Giants' 38-yard line, but we'll check out the flag. Against the Dallas Cowboys. Dave Campo upset. Negates what would have been outstanding field position for the Cowboys.
Illegal block in the back. Dallas, number 33, during the return. It's 10-yard penalty enforced from the spot of the foul. Dallas keeps the ball, first down.
Jason Bell, a good special teamer. There's number 33. There's the block in the back. And it negates a good return. Next Sunday is doubleheader day on Fox. It begins with a pregame show at 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific. Then Tampa Bay at Chicago. That's a big one. Second game, Dallas goes to Seattle, where the Seahawks are trying to stay in the playoff hunt in the AFC. Don't forget, Fox NFL special on Saturday. Bill and I will be at Giant Stadium. Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. Emmitt Smith wrapped up by Kenny Holmes, taken out of bounds at the Dallas 47-yard line. Saturday 12:30 pregame show, 1:30 Giants and Arizona Cardinals. Hope you'll join us for that one on the Fox NFL special. Here's a big possession. Dallas with a lot of momentum going for them. Giants have 6 defensive backs in. Dallas with 4 wide receivers. Michael Wiley in the backfield. The draw play to Wiley. And he gets a couple of yards up close to midfield. We talk about that hit on Tiki Barber by George Teague.
And ever since that hit, to me, ever since he got hit by that, he's had 6 carries for 6 yards. Now, they've tried other ways to get him the ball by throwing it to him, but the carries out of the backfield, look at the yards there, since the hit. Yeah, sometimes a hit like that, and it'll take just enough out of you that when you're, that may not be the case. This may just be this Dallas defense has stifled their rushing attack.
3rd and 5 out of the shotgun. They pick up the blitz, the pass incomplete. Intended for Kenyon Rambo, with Emmanuel McDaniel covering on the play. The officials in the stands wanted a penalty called, but the officials on the field did not agree.
Now, you don't mean the officials in the replay booth. No, you mean the fan base.
That's right.
The Dallas faithful.
Micah Noor will punt for Dallas. That was a good defensive stand for the Giants. This is his 5th punt of the game. Tiki Barber is back deep around the 10-yard line. Good kick.
That's a heck of a
catch. Barber at the 5-yard line. Well, it's getting down to crunch time in the race in the NFC East. Philadelphia leading today. They have to go on the road 3 of their last 4, and they have to play the Giants. Washington on the road today. 3 games at home. They have to go to New Orleans. Arizona will be at the Giants Saturday. They're home today against Washington. They have to go on the road to Carolina and Washington as well. This is what the Giants have left after today. Arizona, Seattle, and Green Bay at home. And the trip to Philadelphia on December the 30th.
You know, Sam, I think Tiki Barber should have let that ball go, let that punt go, and give them some breathing room, because now they're backed up and this crowd is getting loud.
Dane and Camella in the backfield. A long field for the Giants from their own 6. Collins, pump fake. Over the middle, wide open is Ike Hilliard up to the 18-yard line. That gives him some breathing room. 2nd catch of the game for Ike Hilliard. A big play on 1st down. Hilliard, the reliable receiver, got open for the 12-yard pickup. Tiki Barber in the backfield with Greg Camella. Dan Campbell, the tight end, to the right side. The play fake. Collins wants to go deep. Looking for Toomer. Batted away by Mario Edwards.
That ball's a little underthrown.
Edwards did make a good play. I thought he closed.
But he did. But also, if you watch Amani, he's in full stride, and when he looks back, now watch, he's going to have to slow down. Right here, he's got to slow and wait on it. See the ball behind him? He didn't lead him enough. And I go back, Sam, and I'm telling you, the ball's thrown from the crown to the sidelines, just standing out there on the field. You look at it, it messes with your vision. It just appears different down there.
Giants have thrown 5 times at Mario Edwards, having completed 1. Hilliard in motion on 2nd down with Ron Dixon in the lineup. It's Ron Dane carrying for a couple on the play. Let's check out what's happening in Green Bay. JB's got it.
Hey, Sam. Brett Favre's success up tied to this guy right here, Amon Green, getting a great block from the fullback, William Henderson. He takes it to pay dirt. He's got 100 rushing yards on the day, and Green Bay is up by a touchdown in the 3rd. Back to Sam and Bill.
Thanks, JB. Checking out what the Eagles are doing at home against San Diego, leading 21-14, 7-4 record with a 2-game lead in the NFC East. It's quite a game in Green Bay, Bill, huh? Packers and Bears in motion here. Marcellus Rivers, short, almost intercepted. Byron Frisch, the defensive end, dropped back in the zone blitz and almost intercepted that pass.
That's exactly what it was. Watch Frisch, number 90. He's going to start right here, in and then back out. And the ball was meant for Ike Hilliard, 88. But Kerry never saw Frisch. That was the problem. That's the whole idea of dropping a lineman back into his own coverage, so the quarterback he doesn't expect him there.
Punt number 6 for Rodney Williams. Reggie Swinton back at his own 38. Williams has trouble and runs for it. And he spins and is knocked down short of a 1st down. There's the problem he has with a broken hand and the cast on the right hand. He could not handle the snap cleanly.
I guarantee you he's hurt down the bottom of this pile too, because he had to go in there and he got piled up on trying to get the 1st down. But remember, we showed earlier that his arm, he couldn't extend his arm. Now watch, he's going to catch this almost the same way. He doesn't want to get it up high because he's timid with that right-handed grip.
And though he's a good athlete, that right wrist is broken.
Oh,
it's got a metal plate in there, 3 metal plates, 12 screws, and he was hit hard.
Yeah, he might have to get, you know, one of those screwdrivers out and tighten some of those screws after that hit. They don't have another punter.
They don't have a backup man. The backup kicker, the second field goal kicker, Owen Potchman, who did some punting in one game this year, not effectively, is inactive today. And Joe Juravicius, who did some punting in college, is inactive.
That could play very big in the outcome of this game, because before they may have gotten away with it. When we showed it, they may have gotten away with it. But now that's going to be an issue. They don't have a backup.
Here's Dallas in scoring position at the Giants 26. Harris motion. Quick outside to Rocket Ismail. Cuts it upfield. Sean Williams brings him down at the 20-yard line. Big day for Rocket Ismail. A season high 9 catches.
We're working on Rodney Williams over on the sidelines, trying to figure out what's wrong, because that's twice now, Sam, that he didn't feel confident extending his arm with that cast on it. He did not want that ball coming back at that speed to hit his hand. Obviously still sore.
2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line. Harris motions again. Emmitt Smith, and he stopped. Keith Hamilton makes the tackle. Short pickup by Emmitt Smith.
You know, Hamilton has that arm where he can't lock out, so he has to use his body. Now watch him use his body to blow through there and then close. And he gets into Larry Allen with his body. Normally, as defensive lineman, you use your arms and you grab somebody and lock out. And he doesn't have that upper body strength, so he had to explode his whole entire body into Larry Allen.
The other defensive tackle, Cornelius Griffin, has come to the sideline, and he's down on his knees, rubbing his back. His trainer, Ron Barnes. Lance Legree has replaced him. Emmitt Smith puts it inside. It's Michael Wiley, the 3rd down back, excuse me. Wiley to the 13, and a 1st down for Dallas. So with Griffin out, they go inside.
Well, they cut it back here. Watch, they're going to cut it back right off Kelvin Garmin. Boom, right there. See that? Kelvin Garmin gets the block down. They realized when they saw that defensive tackle out, they called the play to do that, to go right at him. And offensive coordinators around the league always attack somebody who's injured.
Dallas is on the move. The game is tied. End of the 3rd quarter at 13. We'll be right back. Defensive tackle for the Giants. After being checked by the trainer and the doctor. Now the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line with Hambrick and Smith in the backfield. Mike Lucky shifting. Emmitt Smith thrown for a loss. Emmitt Smith has carried 13 times in the game for 6 yards total. Mike Ducey's on the sideline. Mike, what do you got?
Rodney Williams, Sam, will attempt to punt next time the situation comes up. Obviously aggravated that arm injury. If for some reason he were unable to punt, since Juravicius is inactive, Kerry Collins would have to punt for the Giants. Guys?
Thanks, Mike. And Cornelius Griffin has come to the sideline again. He was in for 1 play. He's hurting. Lance Legree, the rookie out of Notre Dame, is in replacing him. Emmitt Smith straight ahead. Looks back to the 14-yard line. Maybe, yes, it's spotted at the 14.
Oh, and what do we say? What happens when a guy gets injured? They go right at him. Here's Lance Legree, number 70 here. What? This is where they're going to run the lead draw right at him. Down block, ISO on the linebacker. But there's the hole right where Lance Legree was. Hamilton had to come all the way behind Lance Legree to make the tackle.
Griffin hoping to get back in. Here's a 3rd down play. 3rd and 11. Have to get to the 3-yard line for a 1st down. Michael Wiley is the running back. Ismail in motion. Fake toss. Quarterback draw. Quincy Carter. 1st down. How about that play for the rookie quarterback?
How about his play from about the 2nd quarter on?
Outstanding.
It really has. You know, you're looking to see what you have in a guy. The fake toss. Look, there's the seal block there, and he just muscles his way down to the 3 for a 1st down. in the last 5 games, Dallas wants to know, hey, what do we have for the future of quarterback? Where's this organization going to go? Well, I think they found out. They took a step today.
He's an outstanding athlete. He was a professional baseball player, a couple of years in the minor leagues with the Cubs, but came back to football. Timeout on the field. First and goal, Dallas at the Giants 3 with a game tied. Stand by the Giants. They have the best goal line defense in the league, but they're up against it right now. Cornelius Griffin is back in for the Giants. Michael Myers, defensive tackle, in as a blocker for Dallas, along with Johnny Huggins, number 49. Myers goes in motion. The play fake, the toss, a touchdown. Jackie Harris, the tight end. Dallas takes the lead. How about that play that they came up with?
How about Twinkle Toes Myers? They took Mike Myers, a defensive tackle, in motion as a decoy. So they had to walk out the strong safety with them. Watch the strong safety walk out with them. And that creates the separation for Jackie Harris to get behind the linebacker. That was so beautiful.
John Hilbert's extra point is good. The Dallas Cowboys have now scored 17 unanswered points. They were down 13-3. The play fake, Quincy Carter tosses it to tight end Jackie Harris, and the Cowboys have a 20-13 lead. Defensive lineman is an offensive player dying to come out, right, Bill?
Hey, don't think that Mike Myers isn't telling his friends and family that was his touchdown.
Feet lost his shoe and goes out of bounds close to the 30-yard line. This has been a great day for Quincy Carter. They try to put the pressure on him. He's answered it. It started bad in the first quarter, but since then, it's been all good.
Well, you know what's been amazing, Sam, is not the aspect of how well he's played, but how well he's played without the presence of a running game, without Emmitt Smith gaining yards, with -1 yard rushing in the second quarter, -1 yard rushing in the third quarter, and this guy, it's been all on his shoulders.
16 for 24, 189 yards and 1 touchdown. Tiki Barber. It's about a yard on the play. Just across the 30-yard line. This is a big possession for the Giants. They need to take back some of the momentum.
Michael Myers is having fun. That's all there is to it. He is simply having fun. Looking to beat the block of the center and come in and make the play. That's the same guy that was just out there on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, sometimes when things going like that, Sam, it's so much fun to play on Sundays.
I thought that was you. 2 wide receivers left. Tiki Barber straight ahead. Not much of a hole. He dives forward and gets up to the 37-yard line. Brings up a big 3rd down play for the Giants.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they've got to utilize Tiki Barber. I mean, that's really what it is obvious to me that's disappeared. Kerry Collins hasn't been that effective. The running game hasn't been that effective, and it just because they haven't gelled together.
Barber over 100 yards, 16 carries, 107 yards. 3 wide receivers in. Tabidi Davis is the 3rd. Short drop by Collins. Nobody open. He throws low, incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Dan Campbell. 3 and out for the Giants.
Nobody was really open. Kerry Collins was forced to make a decision because it was 3rd down. See, he picked the ball up once, and then he pulled it back down, and then he had to do it again. There was nobody actually open, but Kerry realized it was 3rd down. He had to do something.
There's Rodney Williams flexing that right hand with the cast on it.
Hey, heck with the return. I come after him.
The momentum stays with the Cowboys as the defense complements the offense. He took the snap in the body. Good kick. Swinton toward the sideline. Stays inbounds. Then he bumped out. Good play by Dwayne Patman, bumping him out at the 17-yard line.
Just the fact that he catches this ball in his stomach. See that?
Yeah.
Look, that's time. 1, 2, 3. They could get there and block it by then. Tice, that when they snap the ball, you should only take one step and get it off. Because he catches it in his stomach, he has to take one step to extend his arm, then a second step to get the ball out of there. I think Dallas was setting them up for later in the game if they need it, Sam.
Williams did get a 47-yard punt off. Emmitt Smith going outside. Brandon Short takes him down, pick up about a yard of the play. One of the big factors in Dallas staying in the game and eventually taking the lead is the fact they have not turned the ball over in this game. They have 29 for the season. That's the second highest total in the NFC. On 0 turnovers today, and there are 3 wins, only 4 turnovers, as you see there. Emmitt Smith, 15 carries, 8 yards. Sorry, Bill. On 2nd and 9. Emmitt Smith again finds the hole. Best run of the game. It's a big one. They chase Emmitt down at the Giants' 38-yard line. Sehorn finally got him. It took 50 minutes to do it. He finally broke one.
What happens, Sam, is they come with the strong safety up. It was Sean Williams again. Sean Williams does not maintain his C-gap responsibility. He jumps inside the block of the fullback, and that created the seam.
Longest run of the season for Emmitt Smith, 44 yards. Dallas 1st and 10 at the Giants' 38. Inside to Troy Hambrick. Gets about 2 on the play. Time for an update on New Orleans and Atlanta. JB. New Orleans trying to stay alive in the hunt in the NFC West. Hambrick and Wiley in the backfield. Hambrick went in motion. The option kept by Quincy Carter. The umpire got knocked down, lost his hat. Carter gets down to the 28, maybe the 27.
The umpire was like the rest of the Giants defense. He was getting out of the way. He wasn't sure. He thought it was going to be an option to his side, and the ball ends up coming right back at him. The umpire, you saw, it fell right on the ground. Steve Wilson.
Sehorn blitzing. Galloway took care of him. Measurement. Couple of inches short. Bring up 3rd and a couple of inches for Dallas. Cornelius Griffin has come to the sideline for the Giants. Lance Legree is back in at defensive tackle. Cowboys playing with tremendous confidence in the second half. They have totally dominated this second half. Frank Ferrara, number 95, in for the Giants as well. At defensive end, actually inside. Lucky in motion. Emmitt Smith. Thrown for a loss. The Giants stack him up at the 30-yard line. That was a big play. Jesse Armstead led the way. Haven't called his name all that much in this game, but that was a big one for him.
How about they're going to go for it here with Hilbert? Now Dave Campo told us when he came in and talked to us, he said, hey, I'm just telling you right now, anything from the 40-yard in, I'm not going to even attempt it. I don't have much confidence in my kicker.
But you know what? He's kicked 2 today, and he's gotten good distance. This one will be a 48-yarder. Big try for Hilbert. On the way, and it is no good. It hit the crossbar.
What a ripoff.
Oh.
That's just flat ripped off.
It needed 1 more inch. Accuracy dead straight. Bang off the crossbar.
Twice.
Oh, Dave Campo can't believe it. It's still a 7-point Dallas lead. Good field position at their own 38-yard line. 7:45 to go in the 4th quarter. They come out with 2 tight ends. Tiki Barber in the backfield. Barber had 114 total yards in the first half, just 19 in the second half. The play fake. Collins throwing, and it's caught by Amani Toomer. A first down in Dallas territory at the 48-yard line.
Little play action stuff going on there. They had Toomer on the outside. But watch Campbell right here. Watch what he gets. He's in the middle of the field open. Now that's a play. They'll come back to this. They will get in that same personnel grouping and use it later on, maybe in this drive.
2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers left. Blitz coming. Straight ahead, Tiki Barber hauled down. A one-handed tackle by Pepe Zellner. Outstanding grab. Showed some strength there. Dallas's defense has done a great job in the second half.
Oh, they certainly have. And one of the things they did is they widened out a little bit on their ends, because we've seen a lot of the 2 tight end packages, so they've moved the ends out onto the inside shoulder of the tight ends, and it's kind of kept everything funneled right in the middle for the linebackers to get to it.
2 tight ends to the left side. Toomer in motion. Collins gets time, throws, and it's intercepted. Darren Woodson is brought down. Dwan Hawthorne got a piece of it. Woodson was there to grab it. Big pick by the Dallas Cowboys, only their 9th interception of the season.
Well, again, he's looking for Amani Toomer, and what he sees here, he's got this and that over the top. It's Woodson and Dwan Hawthorne, and we were talking to Kerry Collins about the toughest thing about being a quarterback. What's the one single thing? Obviously, there's a lot you have to do as a quarterback. Managing the game clock, getting this snap, looking around at everything that's going on. He said it's decision-making. Right there, it was a poor decision to throw when they had him high load.
Right there, Glenn Parker, the right guard, had his leg rolled up on, and he went limping off to the sideline. Now the Cowboys from their own 30. Emmitt Smith getting a short pickup, maybe 2 on the play. Lance Legree made the tackle. Darren Woodson with his 3rd interception of the game, only the 9th of the season for the Cowboys, but what a big one.
Quincy Carter has injected a life into the entire team. The defense has come to life. Everybody on the Cowboys sidelines is standing up on their feet, excited, looking at their offense. Heck, when was the last time the defense was out there looking at the offense in Dallas? It's been quite some time.
Ismail in motion. He's had a career-high day. Carter to Ismail. He's out of bounds up at the 37-yard line. 10th reception of the game for Rocket Ismail, a career high.
Okay, but now, Sam, it was 5:56 left to go in the game. You remember the last time they played up in New York?
Yeah.
Clint Sterner, they had the lead. The second half, they came out, they were throwing the ball all over the place. It was 2 interceptions that gave New York the opportunity to win the game.
And they had to go to Ryan Leaf with under 5 minutes to go because Sterner had just a horrible second half. At the 37-yard line, Michael Strahan has come out, replaced by Frank Ferrara at left end for the Giants. Carter rolling and throwing. It's dropped by Rocket Ismail. Covered on the play by Will Allen. And the Cowboys are forced to punt. That was a big defensive series for the Giants. 5:25 remaining. Micah Noor. In the first meeting with the Giants, he had a punt blocked by Tabiti Davis. 6th punt of the game for Micah Noor. Tiki Barber standing back at his own 18-yard line. Noor gets it away. Good kick. Barber waves for a fair catch at the last moment at the 17. Giants have to go 83 yards. 46-yard punt for Micah Noor tonight on Fox here on Fox. In Philadelphia, the Eagles are leading San Diego 21-14 in the 4th quarter. Ron Dane in the backfield. 2 wide receivers right side. Two tight ends left. Collins gets time. Throwing deep. Way down for Ron Dixon, overthrown. Two men covering on the play. Juan Hawthorne was one of them.
Well, Kerry Collins certainly has had his problems thrown to the sidelines today. And, you know, I don't know if it's all that crown or not, but I stood out there before the game, and it was very noticeable to me. And I just started talking to Jason Garrett about it. He said it's difficult if you don't practice on it, and you have to throw the ball to the sidelines. And every one of those throws from Kerry to the sidelines has been way high.
He's just 4 for 13 in the second half. Barber carrying, short pickup. And again, the Dallas front doing a great job in the second half. Zellner showed some terrific strength.
Hey, there's a Zellner. There's a guy, another guy who, you know, you talk about people that have young guys developing into players. Pepe Zellner. Heck, he wasn't even supposed to be the starter. It was Ebenezer Ekubon, and he got hurt,
right,
and they were forced to play Pepe Zellner. Mike Zimmer said, hey, I didn't know what Pepe Zellner was going to be or what kind of guy he was. He turned into an every down player.
Giants have to get to the 27 for a first down. They are 2 for 11 on third downs. Collins in trouble. Down he goes. He lost the ball, and it's recovered by the Giants. Greg Camella recovered the fumble. First sack of the game for Dallas. Greg Ellis, the team leader, gets his 6th of the season.
Well, he lines up on the other side. He lines up over Lomas Brown. He's on the right side. Him and Zellner switch sides, and Lomas Brown gets beat up and over the top.
Rodney Williams will punt. Standing in his own 3. Let's see how he handles the snap. Into the body. Gets the kick away. Low line drive. Swinton with a good chance to return into Giants territory. Goes outside, down the sideline, and out of bounds. The NFL's leading punt returner brings it back to the Giants' 27. Special teams have not come up for the Giants. Reggie Swinton with a big return. 34-yard return by Reggie Swinton. 3 and outs for the Giants.
In the fourth quarter, they have the most in the NFL today. They have 2.
So now the Cowboys in position to perhaps put this game away. Emmitt Smith. Short pickup. Inside the 25-yard line. Kenny Holmes made the stop.
You know, as a young quarterback, Quincy Carter, you want to find out what you have. And I really believe there's only 3 kinds of quarterbacks in this league. I think you have your gunslingers. I think you have your game management guys. And I think you have your guys that just flat can't play. Dallas is starting to learn what they have with Quincy Carter.
Defensively, they did the job. Offensively, how about that big play? Emmitt scored a touchdown. Now, on second down, it's Emmitt Smith again. Down to the 21-yard line. And the Giants use their final timeout. 3:23 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Look at this week, Sam. The play selection for the Cowboys, almost the exact opposite of what they did last week at Washington. Washington, they ran the ball 44 times. Today they came out throwing.
Quincy Carter, 17 of 26, 194 yards, 1 touchdown, and that big completion to Rocket Ismail.
And that's a big thing. And also the fact that he faced the Giants defense that gave him pressure in the pocket. And he made good, quick, decisive decisions. I mean, precise decisions. He was all over it and everything he had to do from the second quarter on.
Carter, a heady player who's really worked hard even when he was injured and missed 6 weeks. He was studying late hours into the evening, watching film, watching tape, learning as much as he could. Here is 3rd and 4. They have to get to the 17 for a first down. Mike Lucky shifts. Emmitt Smith dives, and I think he may have enough for the first down. What an effort by the veteran Emmitt Smith.
And this is the Emmitt Smith signature play that they've been running ever since he got here. This is nothing more than the lead draw play. They isolate, they get up on the backer, they ISO on the middle linebacker with the fullback, and they've been running that play since they drafted him.
Sam Garnes and Brandon Short combined for the stop. They pull the chain. It's a first down, Dallas. And the Giants are out of timeouts.
And if
with
you told
3:11 to go.
If you told me coming into today's game that the Cowboys were going to win the game, I could believe that. And I would think it would be on that offensive line in Emmitt Smith. If you told me I was going to come in today and say the Cowboys are going to win this game on Quincy Carter, I wouldn't have bought into it. But that's exactly what it's been today.
The Giants led 13-6 at halftime. They dominated the first half, but the Cowboys were still in it. It's been all Dallas in the second half.
I know as a defense you come in saying, if we shut the run down today of the Cowboys, we win this game. We put it in a young quarterback's hand.
Emmitt Smith, no gain on the play.
Emmitt Smith cut down by Cornelius Griffin.
Quincy Carter, the rookie, second-round draft pick out of Georgia, has put up nice numbers today. His best.
Second down.
You look at his starts. He started against Tampa Bay in week 1. He started for about a quarter in week 2 and then was out with the injury. Last week they just handed the ball off to Emmitt Smith, getting his feet wet again. Today he took a huge step in becoming an NFL quarterback.
You're right. From the 18. Michael Wiley in the backfield with Troy Hambrick. It's Wiley. Down to the 16-yard line, we come to the 2-minute warning. A big third down play coming up for Dallas. The Cowboys have control of this game. They lead it 20-13. Cowboys, who were down near the bottom of the league, came up with a huge win on the road in Washington last week, and they have followed up with an outstanding performance, especially here in the second half against the Giants. They have to get to the 7-yard line for a first down. Giants are out of timeouts. Johnny Huggins is in at fullback. Mike Lucky motions. Troy Hambrick carries. Big hole. He's got a first down. And the vaunted Giants defense, so good against the run, is broken here in the biggest play. The Dallas Cowboys are going to be able to put this game away. The Giants are out of timeouts. It's first and goal, Dallas inside the 7-yard line.
It wasn't just that play. Although that was probably their biggest run of the day, second biggest run of the day next to Emmitt Smith. It wasn't just that play. They've been gradually breaking because Quincy Carter's passes and the lack of offensive productivity.
Quincy Carter takes a knee as the clock continues to run. The Giants can't stop it. And the Giants did not meet head coach Jim Fossil's 6 goals today. They only met 2 of them.
Well, he tried to pinpoint to his team the 6 things that so they could focus on it. You know, that's something he's always tried to do in December, is try to make his team pay attention to something in particular. They gave him the outline, and they didn't meet the challenge.
The Giants will go to 5-7. Philadelphia leading by 10, could be 8-4 if their 10-point lead holds up. Quincy Carter takes a knee. Today's game produced by Michael Burks, directed by Rich Russo, associate director Derek Manning, broadcast associate Tom Yohe, technical producer David Graham, pregame show produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy, senior producer of Fox Sports Bill Brown, executive producers Ed Gorin and David Hill, our statistician Emmett McGuire, our spotter Gary Lynn. And for the Giants, a huge disappointment as they are beaten by the Dallas Cowboys with a great comeback. Dallas scores 17 unanswered points, led by Quincy Carter. The Cowboys win it 20-13. We've got some bonus coverage coming your way And don't forget the Autotrader.com postgame show with JB, Terry, Howie, and Chris with scores and highlights from around the league. For Bill Maas, this is Sam Rosen. Dallas defeats the Giants 20-13. Now, let's go to San Francisco at St. Louis to Pat Summerall and John Madden.